What's up guys, welcome to another episode of Butters Spin, and today we have our last Volume 29 Random Booster of Beyblade. So it is no mystery what we're missing. We'll be opening Chain Kerbeus, the prize Bay. So let's open it up and see what it's like. But before we continue, leave us a like if you've been enjoying this series and consider subscribing to not miss any future videos of Butters Spin. So are you ready? Let's go. So we are finally here with Chain Kerbeus. And wow, it looks fantastic. I do love it. I do like it. So cool. The blade itself is, of course, Chain, which we did already talk about and get on Chain Ragnaruk. The chip is Kerbeus, which we already did see and talk about on Dynamite Kerbeus. So, not much to talk about here, except that the chip is more round, like I mentioned before as well. So it does have the little chain links be able to retract and come out. So when it's spinning, it will absorb more impacts through those. Unlike Chain Ragnaruk, which uses the normal chip, so it fills out that spot, so the chain links are not retractable, and this have a more counterattack kind of attack when spinning, as opposed to the impact absorption kind of attack. So yeah, that's the main difference here. Over here we do see that the armor that it has is a 6, which does have 6 points of weight in it. And because they're distributed symmetrically more towards the outside, they will increase stamina, combining with Chain Kerbeus pretty well. And of course, Kerbeus chip does have the rubber tabs for a right spin, which is always fantastic. But not much else to talk about here. Let's move on to the Forge disc. It's a Fortress. It is a hexagonal weight disc. You do see that it does have points of weight right there, and it is more towards the outside kind of as well. It is symmetrically placed, so yes, it does also help with stamina and balance. So not much to talk about there either. And this is the Yard, which is it's the Yard Dash, which is very cool to see it again. We did used to see the Yard back in the days. I think I first saw it on my Fornius F4 on Slingshock, right? So it's cool to see it again, but of course it is dash this time, so it will have more resistance to burst, which is super cool because it's already have a high resistance from this. So with the dash, it will be fantastic. It does have a free spinning orb here in the middle, which will help it move around quite a bit. It does have this wider base here, which is also more round. It does help with life after death. It does help with not being completely knocked out when it's hit, despite the rolling ball on there, because it will act as a brake kind of when it gets turned too much. So it is a pretty cool and defensive driver. Pretty excited to see. Chain Kerbeus is a defensive type, so it works out pretty well. Again, not much to talk about. We did see most of the pieces before, so let's assemble it, test it out, and battle it out with the rest of the Volume 29 Beyblades. And that's it, folks. Chain Kerbeus did lose some, did win some. He had a surprising loss against Drigger V2. Drigger V2 did beat him twice in a row. He did win a few against the others, but nothing too fantastic. But, you know, take the conclusions you like from that. As per usual, I only do 2-point battles. So if you want to do more extensive study into the battles, you might want to do more battles than I do. But, you know, it is what it is. Overall, I did like Volume 29 quite a bit. I think each of the Beyblades, they at least do come with at least one very interesting piece. So overall, I do think they were all worth it. I do like them all quite a bit. My favorite, though, I have to say, it's probably Dynamite Kerbeus. I do like the combo they gave him. I do think it's fantastic as an attack type. You know, and I would probably mess around with this combo more. I would probably change the driver. Maybe try out some metal drivers since it does have the rubber tabs anyway, so it won't get damaged. You know, change the forge disc a little bit, stuff like that. But I do think each and every one of them were pretty awesome. I do like them quite a bit. So if you've enjoyed this series, leave us a like and subscribe to see more videos like this. We are bringing more Beyblades of all kinds from all generations. And of course, we are checking out other spin tops as well from time to time, and sometimes even things that are not spin tops but that we try to spin anyway just to see if we can. So if you're into that, I'll see you next time. Until then, stay nerdy, guys.